Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over a coin I haven't gone over in a long time. Is called Rune or Thorchain Rune, guys. And the reason I'm doing that is in the media a little bit. And just looking at it, that it actually didn't hit my bottom area, but I think it has bottom, guys. I'm going to go over that. So here's Bitcoin, guys. Here's the deal with Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to break certain levels, guys, before you really can get bearish. Otherwise, it's bullish. That's how I'm looking at that. Like breaking down into, I mean, really 25K's got to be the first one, and then get even lower and have an established new trend going that way. Otherwise, guys, if you look at this data is telling you that more than likely it's bullish. Okay. Um, S&P 500, and the other traditional financial markets, they're in a correction right now, guys. I'm not worried about it. They're not going to dump. In my opinion, they're not going down like that. I think it's actually establishing a bottom and going into a new trend. It's a struggle. The deal is with the S&P 500. I also look at the equal weight S&P 500, which weighs all the assets equally. And this establishing a bottom, a new trend. Whether this is going to be actual bullish, what I mean by that is this going up. Can this be A, B, and then C? It very well could, guys. I'm not really 100% on what this is going to be. But in the meantime, I think it's up and to the right for probably the majority, not the majority of the year, at least till the beginning of the third quarter, if you will, for the S&P 500. Don't think you're going to be getting this drop, guys, like the bears say. I don't think so. And if the S&P 500 is going to be doing an uptrend, okay, and it's going to, if it's a B, the other thing I want to say, if this is like a B wave, it's not going to be like real bullish like it is over here, guys. So, this is impulsive wave. Even though there'll be impulses, it'll be a B wave. So it'll be more of a struggle up, if you will, if that makes sense. Show you an example of something like that. It would be kind of like, maybe like this in here's a triangle. So it's A, B, C, D, E, right? So when you're in here, it was going up, but this whole thing was a correction. Okay. So it was a struggle, corrected it, and then it went up a little bit more. Everybody's like, oh, it's bullish again. And then it corrected that. But these in here are corrections, and it could be doing the same thing there. Now, where does that put you with Bitcoin? I'm moving over Rune just a second. With Bitcoin, guys, is that I think Bitcoin is actually going to be in a bullish trend. It's going to be an impulse. It's obvious right now that we have so far a 1-2 and a potential wave 1 of a 3. Okay, so it's going to be bullish. It's going to rip off its wave while the S&P and TradFi markets kind of just do their trend correctively up, if you will. It's kind of what I'm expecting. I made videos about this back in January, not January, but a long time ago in 2022. Possibility could be going on. As long as the traditional financial markets go down, correct a wave, right? Correct a wave like so, boom, and then they start going into like a B wave or some corrective wave. They'll be bullish going up and to the right, but it'll be a corrective wave. I said, then Bitcoin will be able to rip off a nice wave. And so far, so good. Now, let's go over Rune. Here's Thorchain Rune on the weekly chart. This had a massive move, guys. So one of the reasons why I had lower end targets is because Rune went up so high. Okay. So, like what is that? 200 some percent, 200 some thousand%, right? And normally they like to correct the bottom area of the fourth wave. Okay. So I had a 30-40 cent target for Rune, but it hit the top of the fourth wave. Now you see here down here in the weekly, you can see it broke that trend. So down here in the weekly in the RSI, guys, you see that? So here's the start of the correction, touch there, and then it's broken it. So now you got to take a look at Rune and go, okay, did it finish its correction? I investigated this. This wave is the one. I'll show you guys. That actually is an impulse wave. I broke that down in this area, did a WXY. It's actually a real nice WXY. I'll show you guys. Here's your flat move, your A, B, C. This is another flat. Okay, up for next, and this is A, B, C. So it's a flat and a zigzag. So a W, X, Y move that it did. Okay, which is actually it's actually did a real nice correction. This area right here is questionable. A lot of people will label that as a 3 wave. I don't think that it is, guys. I think that's actually Well, now my chart's taking time to populate. I know it's going to work on the 4-hour, maybe not. Okay, yeah, there we go. On the line chart. So what I did is I go, that's got to be a 5-wave. So the reason why that's important to be a 5-wave move right there, guys, because this is a 5. It needs to be A, B, C. And, so that's the reason why. And you want to make sure you got that correct. But the deal is on this wave, okay, on this wave right here on Rune, it is a 5-wave move. And it started right here. Here's the wave 1, 2, and this whole thing right here is your wave 3. Here's your 4, and that's a 5. And if you see the wave 3, this start of this wave 3 starts right there and went all the way down there. It's 38, almost 39%, and wave 1 is 34%. So wave 3 is the longest wave. Even though this was abrupt, and it's not typical for a wave 3 to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So like usually they're more dynamic. And looking at the RSI data, it's very hard to suss it out. Usually, here's your lowest peak, but this one came and took it out because the FTX collapsed. So that's what happened with Rune. It did make 5 waves. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5 for your C leg. Okay, so more than likely, Rune's correction was finished right there. That is an impulse wave. That I checked that out right there. So it's a impulse off the bottom, and then boom, it came over here, did a flat, and now it's over in this area, guys. So Rune made a lazy impulse for a cryptocurrency off the bottom. So you see right here, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This third wave in there, it didn't hit fib numbers. So it's like a lazy impulse off the bottom, came back around, corrected it. Now it's over here. Probably it's either 1, 2, 1, 2, or it's 1, 2. It's working on a third wave over here. It could be a third wave. You see 1, 2. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So let's see. So this whole area was just, you could say here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, probably 4, 5 again because of this one back here. Okay. And then you got multiple sequences in there. So here's a 1, 2 for Rune, guys. And you take a look at this on a retrace. So I'm going to take the retrace off that leg and basically go right there. 786 on the nose on logarithmic, guys, which is a nice second wave target. So, and it's working on out of there. Here's the other thing too, guys. I want to let you guys realize is that these waves, these cryptos, since Rune over here went through a correction from May of 21 all the way over here to October of 22 for a year and a half. How long did this wave take? September 19 to May of 21. So September 19. So year and a half. So yeah, it's about equal. It looks like it's about equal. Let's check this out. More or less 553 days. And then check this one out. 553 days. Wow, that's pretty far out, man. So the wave and the correction took just as long. Here's the thing you got to realize that a lot of people don't put on their videos. And I don't either, too. I just assume people might realize that. Since it's been in a correction for a year and a half, more or less, it's going to be a struggle. You actually don't want to see it bottom and then whiz out of there. That's your indication that it's a bear market bounce. Bear market bounces will come down and they will be strong. Boom, get everybody bullish again. Once they finish this correction and it's trying to go bullish, it's going to be a struggle, especially now with everything's going on in the macro environment. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to do a wave 1, 2, another 1, 2, another 1, 2. And then finally, once that momentum starts building up, and then it'll just start taking off after a while, guys, in these assets. Okay. So I just want to let you guys be aware of that. So Rune is actually looking pretty good, guys. And I would say that if you can get Rune back down here to $1.31 would be a really, really decent deal for Rune. Okay. $1.31 on Rune, guys. This is not the whole chart. You can see I only have this piece of data. Over here is Rune's whole chart. Okay. And it broke it down there. Let you guys know that broke it. It's onto something new. And that this right here, if you get lucky, so it could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, and it might come back down to $1.35-ish area. Would be a pretty decent area. Otherwise, let me remove that. Rune is in more than likely a 1, 2, and it's working on its third wave. Come over here like that, guys. Okay. and how this is going to play out. Could be 1, 2, working on a third. Okay. Go for a fifth and then back down. And then it can go into a third, fourth, fifth for a third wave. Okay. If this is 1, 2, the target you'd be looking for, okay, would be 1.618, but some of these are not going to make it, guys. It could just stop short of it. Okay. It could, but like $3.21 for that next wave up in that area, guys. Okay. So everything looks pretty good for Rune, guys. You know, obviously if it breaks $1.03, you know, that replaces, you know, that changes everything right here. But otherwise, on the daily chart, you definitely have, here's the start of its correction right here. Okay, so you can use the daily chart too if you want in the RSI. So there's the start of its correction in that area, and you just take those trends right there, and you can see, boom, that RSI broke it right there, telling you that that whole sequence is complete. Okay, and then in this RSI went up nice and high, and it came back down, reset that whole cycle, telling you more than likely that's a 1, 2 right there. Now it could be A, B, C. I doubt that. That would be, so the reason why I wouldn't go with ABC, guys, is because this whole section right here is your WXY for a year and a half. And if this becomes an ABC, now you got a 3-wave swing, and then you're going to need a whole nother one of these corrections over here, guys. So it really makes no sense that Rune would be in a correction for a year and a half over here and then do a bounce over here, only to go into another correction for another year. To me, that doesn't make sense, guys. That's pretty bearish. I couldn't go that bearish with an asset like this. It wouldn't make any sense to do that, you know. And plus, the other thing is too, as I said before, more than likely, if this was the end of the correction and Rune was going to correct this whole correction right here, this WXY. Here, I'll break it down to you what Rune did right here. Here's its flat. Here's the flat, A, B, C, okay? And then this right here, I remember when this was going on. Everybody was excited, and they thought it was going bullish again, and it did do a 5-wave move up. I was paying attention to this on Rune. I was like, man, I guess maybe it is go, but it's the flat. That's what flats do. It A, B, C right here for that X wave, and then this is your A, B, C for your Y wave. Okay. And now if Rune was correcting that, in my opinion, you would see a stronger wave getting out of there, like going up here to like this high, like right at the bottom in this area, correct it, and then going up a lot stronger, like it did right here, guys. Sort of like this. You see this A, B, C. And what did it do? It went up, boom, and boom. You see? That's a bear market bounce, guys. That's a bear market bounce. This is not. This is finishing a correction and struggling to establish itself again into a new bullish sequence. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.